Alright, shalom, shalom, giving all praises, honor, and glory be unto Yahawah, hasham, Yahawashi, hasham, Rawchaa Qadash, double announcement to the apostles, shalom to Yahawashi.
Welcome back. This is News at 9. Police have retrieved 2 bodies on a small holding in Erasmia on the Skuverberg Road near Vlakplaas, west of Pretoria. It was not immediately clear how long the bodies had been in the cave. Police are mum on the possible cause of death. Police also not sure if more people are buried in the cave. It's suspected that the bodies may be of some local church members who had gone into the crevice to pray. There's also speculation.
Let me bring it back. Let me just play it back.
More people are buried in the cave. It's suspected that the bodies may be of some local church members who had gone into the crevice to pray. There's also speculation that other worshippers may have died or disappeared while praying in the cave.
Because these guys, man,
Well,
they're weird, okay? These heathens, these Hamites are weird as fuck, alright? And the message is very clear unto you Israelites, so you've been scattered among them, alright? You better get out of them, man. Okay, you better stop worshipping, okay, the gods of the nations, man. Okay, this is the book of, this is Psalms. You know what? Let me just go. It's Deuteronomy chapter 4. 4 verse. So like, let me go up. So the book of Deuteronomy chapter 4 verse 19. So like verse 19 it says 4 verse 18 says because this is where the Most High has given us the commandments, is giving us a warning, a stern warning that we should not worship anything except Yahawah. It says, and least thou lift up thine eyes unto heaven, and thou seest the sun and the moon and the stars, even the host of heaven. Shouldest be driven to worship them and serve them, which the Lord thy power hath divided unto the nations under the whole heaven. So this is what these heathen nations they be doing, man. These Hamites and the rest of these other nations, man. Alright, this is what they are known for doing. Okay, it's just seen this video. Okay, when they found dead bodies in the cave, they're saying they're suspecting more than likely these are the parts of these guys and these Hamites, these Canaanites. Okay, and the form in which they worship these idols, these demons which they worship. Okay, because they go into these caves, right? That's where they worship, man. Okay, all kind of foul rituals they perform them. Alright, all nations have their priesthood, but it's all on the left-hand side. Alright, we the Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, we are the righteous priests. Alright, that's why we shall be a kingdom of kings and priests. Okay, when Yahawashi comes back, okay, we shall be, of which we're gonna reign on earth. Okay, but in the meantime, we shall suffer these things, man. Alright. In fact, this is Psalms. I just want to make this video short. 94 verse 5. Start of verse 4 says, for Yahawah is great and it says, and greatly to be praised. He is to be feared above all gods. For all the gods of the nations are idols, but Yahawah made the heavens. He made the heavens and He made the heavens and the earth, man. Alright, let me just look up this word idol.
Strong's H457.
Allah, Allahayim, Allah, that's the way they are. Allah, the gods of the nations says of Salakia. It says al, not nothing, worthless. It says Salakia. It says of not, good for nothing, worthless. Alright. It says of physicians, a shepherd, a divination, or false gods, false power, idols. Okay. So what the meaning is, they're all but vanity, man. Okay. Because they cannot save themselves. Even they themselves are created, man. Worshipping ancestors, dead bodies is not it's foolishness. Okay. Sacrificing children, man. Alright. It's nonsense, man. Okay. Worshipping fertility goddesses and etc. It is all but vanity, man. Okay. You Israelites, okay, the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob who have been scattered among these heathen nations. It's time for you to get out, okay? Before it's too late. The elect are the ones who are gonna repent. Alright. Either way. Alright, because it's only for the elect. Okay. Hey, stop trimming your ways to seek love, man. Okay. Stop learning the ways of the heathens. Alright. There's no life in worshiping these are the gods of the nations, man. Okay, this was Jeremiah. So Jeremiah chapter 2, not Jeremiah, Jeremiah. So like, yeah. So the book of Jeremiah, what the hell? So the book of Jeremiah chapter 2. So Jeremiah chapter 2 verse 32 says, "Can a maid forget her ornament, and a bride her attire? Yet my people have forgotten me days without numbers." Without number. Okay, because we still have you Israelites, okay, scattered among these heathen nations. You're falling far off from Yahawah, from Yahawashi, from the true wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the Heavenly Father. Alright, trimming your ways, seeking love, following the gods of the nations. Alright, and right now is the time for us to return unto Yahawashi. Alright, to help with these Canaanites, these Hamites, and these different heathen nations, alright, and their idols which they worship. Alright, it is time to return to Yahawashi and serve none else, man. He's a jealous power, man. Alright. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 12, verse 3 says, Wisdom of Solomon chapter 12 verse 3 says, "For it was thy will to destroy by the hand of our fathers both those old inhabitants of thy holy land, whom thou hatest for doing odious work of witchcraft and wicked sacrifices." Because those guys were hey, there's a good hell of a chance those guys got themselves sacrificed in those caves. Right? Was whom thou hatest for doing most odious works of witchcraft and wicked sacrifices. Right? And also those merciless murderers of children and devourers of men's flesh, and the feast of blood. Yeah, that's a very known thing, man. All right. That's a known thing that they love doing, man. Okay. Let me just try to get this video here to play. Alright. This is a known thing. Okay. This is madness, okay? Because we're not gonna have this happening, okay? It's like you heathens, you taught, like the scripture says, not to talk about your ways, and learn the ways, the righteous ways of my people. So shall all you nations be taught of us. There won't be no drinking blood. Alright. All you nations will be able to follow after us, the Israelites. You're going to follow the law, statutes, and commandments of God.
Okay? Okay, are you okay?
It's not an insult if we don't drink.
No. No. Right now. Yeah.
Wisdom of Solomon, let me close with Wisdom of Solomon. Chapter 12, verse 4 again says, whom thou hatest for doing most odious works of witchcraft and wicked sacrifices, and also those merciless murderers of children, and devourers of man's flesh, and the feast of blood. It says, with their priest out of the midst of the adulterous crew, and the parents that killed their own with their own hands, souls destitute of health. Alright. No more, man. Okay. No more. Alright. No more these funny, weird, demonic as rituals in the kingdom. Alright. None of it. Okay. Look, there won't be no sangomas in the kingdom, man. Alright. Yeah, as you can see, Esau is joining into it, okay, because he's a culture vulture, okay. It takes, anyway, you see, we won't be having none of that happening in the kingdom, alright, with their wicked priests, okay. As you can see, with their wicked priests, alright, you won't have this in the kingdom, alright. With that, all praises, all and glory be unto Yahawah. Hasham, Yahawashi, Rawchaa Qadash, double Untitled Chapter, Shalom to Yakim.